Thanks, Anil. Anil has already, let me first welcome all of you, a very, very warm welcome. All of you, thanks so much for coming here. Anil has already spoken to you about how the center got created after the 1998 Innovators of INDIA workshop. The group initially, the faculty group initially was basically interested in doing some multidisciplinary research in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship. And the inventors and innovators and entrepreneurs who came in the 1998 workshop persuaded us to start an incubation center as well. And we have struggled since then. And I'll share with you some aspects of that struggle, taking forward some of the issues which have been raised. But before I do that, I want to describe to you what we try to do once we select a technology for incubation purposes. We have some kind of a due diligence process which looks at the innovativeness of technology, its market feasibility, the kind of team that is there to commercialize that, and our own ability to support that technology for commercialization purposes. And after this, we make mistakes. We have made many mistakes, like all do, trying to do something new. But after we have selected the technology, we create what we call a mentoring team, which is headed by, typically headed by a faculty colleague here. And the team comprises of 4 or 5 people, begins with, and we can group in others as the project processes. We get a person with the technology background around which that innovation is created. We get a person from a design field which is the design lead. We try and get a person from the user industry, that is the people who are going to use the innovation. We try and get a person from the venture capital industry, and if possible, if we're lucky, an entrepreneur. And together, this group of mentors with the incubatees, they decide what needs to be done to commercialize these technologies. And this may involve developing a marketing plan, or involve some more work on the technology, it may involve developing a business plan to raise money, a variety of things. And what we try to do is to divide these needs into broadly 2 categories. One we call managerial needs, and the other, for want of any other word, non-managerial needs. Non-managerial needs can be legal, they can be technological, they can be design related. And for these needs, we reach out to our partners. There are design institutions in Ahmedabad and outside who help us with designing. There are technology institutions who help us with testing and things like that, and developing the technology further. There are legal companies who will be helping us with a variety of things. For the managerial tasks, for the managerial needs, we try and involve our students to work with these incubatees. So if a marketing plan has to be developed, 2 students of ours can do a project with this company. They get to work on an incubatee live project. So the incubatee's work gets done. These students work with it and also get to learn about the startup. And so we are building these things around courses. So it's some kind of a win-win situation. And over and above that, with the help of mentors, we reach out to other members of our network for variety of support which may be required for commercializing the technology. So that's how we have been trying to do the incubation process. There are 2 or 3 things which are very different in our incubation process as compared to what happens elsewhere in the country. One, as I just told you, incubation and teaching are combined, and we also are trying hard to build research around it. But as of now, incubation process and teaching are combined. Our incubator, unlike many incubators in the country, is not restricted to our own students and faculty. In fact, as of now, we don't have any incubatee from within. They are all from outside. Number three, we do not insist that they come to Ahmedabad to set up the unit or set up the company. We are trying to do remote incubation or virtual incubation. So wherever they are, we try and support them, which is a challenge. In spite of all the communication revolution that happens, proximity does matter. And so we are trying to create a network. Something has happened already around the country which can help this process of virtual incubation. So these are a few things which are unique to us. And they also add for the challenges that we face. Now, so this is broadly the, if there are questions, we can talk about it at any time or if you want to have this question, we can do that. Let me spend some time on the challenges. We find it extremely hard to get good projects. And once we get them, we find it extremely hard to commercialize. And I'll tell you why. Now we have been reaching out to institutions, we write to educational institutions, technical institutions, people like you, to send us the entries, very few entries come. And I have a complaint that we wrote to all of you to see whether you want to be part of the incubation process. Very, very few you actually responded, and even from those people, very few actually sent the details which would help us do the evaluation process. So there is some kind of resistance to commercialize technologies that you people have developed. I would like to understand that a little more. Now, with whatever limited experience we have had at the Center of Incubation, we get entries from three categories of people. We get entries from scientists, technology people working in labs, they come up with entries. We get entries from users, and Eric will be talking much more about them in a little while. Doctors who are doing surgery, they come up with interfaces with any other users. In fact, we were looking at some entries yesterday. One of the most interesting was from a doctor to do some kind of surgery in various parts of the body. And third, we get entries from entrepreneurs who are innovating on the job. Now, what happens is that the scientists, the first category people, are typically not very interested in becoming entrepreneurs. And often, even when they are willing to become entrepreneurs, don't have the capability to become entrepreneurs. Now, there is our task to figure out how to build a team around it, or get them engaged actively in the commercialization process. And the expectation is that IMA has come in, everything will happen on its own.